Good morning, YouTubes. Today I have for you the ASICS Nimbus Lite 3. I did get a chance to review the Nimbus Lite 2 last year. I'll put a link at the end of the video if you're curious to see that one. A lot of similarities in a good way. First, let's just go over what's the same. The shoe still has IGS, which is that impact guidance system. The shoe still has AHAR Plus, which is that ASICS high abrasion rubber. The shoe still has FlyteFoam, which is, ASICS proprietary midsole material, but they tweaked it just a little bit, so we'll go over that. The shoe still has that mostly recycled upper, which is good. Still got that plush heel collar, which is great, keeps you locked in the heel. And the geometry is identical. There might be some slight differences. You might want to check with ASICS about that, but looking at it visually and looking at the tech specs, the midsole is the same geometry to me. You got a 10 millimeter drop, so you got 25 millimeters of stack height here in the heel, 15 millimeters of stack height here in the forefoot. This year the model weighs in at 9.0 ounces flat, which is 255 grams. So the shoe did lose a little bit of weight from last year, which is good. That's what runners want to see, in the trends from year to year. Last year's model was 9.1 ounces or 259 grams. So it lost about 4 grams. Let's talk about that. I think it lost weight mostly in the tongue. Last year they had a really plush tongue. I called it a honeycomb because it was really plush and thick, but it had like hollowed out cavities or like a honeycomb effect to save on weight. This year they got rid of that and gave us a knitted tongue, which is super breathable. You can see right through that tongue. The drawback there is that the tongue is not as plush. So if you're the type of runner that really likes to lock down your laces tight, you might want to reconsider when you do that in this shoe, because there's really not much padding over the top of the foot. I had no issues with it. I like to get my laces just to snug, and that's good for me. No slipping and sliding. It was not sloppy whatsoever for me in the forefoot or the heel. Just a good fit overall. I definitely recommend you go get fitted, because if you do have a narrow foot, this toe box in the Nimbus Lite series is a little bit wider. To me it's great, because it's long run ready basically with a little bit of extra space in there. So that's kind of how I would use this shoe. I like it for recovery runs. I like it for long runs. It is light enough that if you wanted to do speed in it, you could. I personally just have other shoes that I like better for that task, like the Metaspeed or the Magic Speed. Those are my two go-to speedy shoes. But this shoe also checks the box just for daily trainer. If you want a great all-around shoe that can kind of do it all, and it's max cushion, this is a good one. If I had to sum up this shoe in one word, it would be smooth. So very similar to last year. How did they get that smoothness? Number one, there's gel tech in the shoe. I forgot to mention that is the same as last year. So inside this midsole, they do have that gel component, which gives you a lot of impact absorption and cushion. The main reason that it's so smooth, though, to me, is the geometry. So just like last year, they give you a really broad ground contact. So basically just a lot of surface area comes in contact with the ground, which gives you a smooth transition through that gait cycle. Really, no matter how your foot strike is. It's got a lot of cushion in the heel if you heel strike, and a ton of cushion up here in the forefoot. There is gel tech in the forefoot and the heel, so no matter where you land, you're gonna get a smooth, comfortable ride. What's the other main difference? Okay, so the tongue is different, and then the midsole is a little bit different as well. Last year, ASICS said it was FlyteFoam mixed with a cellulose nanofiber. This year, they're saying it's FlyteFoam mixed with an organically derived material. What that means exactly is kind of over my head, so you might have to reach out to ASICS and see exactly what that means. But it's kind of cool. 2022, I never thought I'd be holding an organic shoe in my hands, but it is great to see that ASICS is moving towards sustainability. So we got an organic midsole and a mostly recycled upper. That's just huge. Basically, making shoes isn't the most eco-friendly thing on the planet when it comes to manufacturing processes and all that. So it's great to see these companies moving towards sustainability. The color is sweet. I know a lot of runners out there are afraid of white shoes. I am not. I love the process of getting it dirty, badge of honor. I did 13 miles in this one yesterday, which brings me to a total of 56 in this model. The Nimbus Lite 2, I got right about 100 in that one, and it's great. I would definitely keep it in the rotation, but I have too many in the rotation right now. Anyways, I pulled out the Nimbus Lite 2 just to show you the similarities. The midsole is exactly the same. The outsole, exactly the same, that nice broad ground contact. The uppers are both mostly recycled, basically identical cushioning in the heel collar. We got the addition this year of a nice little heel loop, probably because they saved so much weight on the tongue. This year they are saying that the majority of the rubber is ASICS Lite, which makes the shoe even lighter weight. So if you're a fan of the Nimbus 23, 24, those current models, this is a lighter weight option, and it's also a lighter footprint on the earth because it's like eco-friendly. So check this one out. It is, again, smooth. That's the key word with this shoe. It's comfortable, daily trainer. If you have any questions about this shoe, hit me up in the comments down below. I'll be using it for long runs and recovery runs this season as I'm training. What am I forgetting? We did the weight, 9 ounces. We did the drop, 10 millimeters, 25 millimeter stack height in the heel, 15 millimeter stack height here in the forefoot. Again, the major difference is the tongue. You can see that plush tongue here, knitted tongue here, but still great. The fit is great for me. I love that wider toe box for long runs. What's not to like? Good job with this one, ASICS. And way to keep making sustainable products. I heard that they're moving to make almost all their uppers recycled. So look for that. And thank you guys so much. Y'all enjoy your running. And let me know about your training, or if you have any questions, hit me up. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.